So a bit of a funny story. My wife for Father's Day, an early Father's Day gift, brought me home a plum tree. She was at the Walmart and they were having a sale apparently in the garden center, and the fruit trees were marked down from $25 to $10. Great Father's Day gift. The following day I decided, I'm going to go back to Walmart, see what else they have. For that price I may pick up another tree. So I ended up at the Walmart and I'm looking at the fruit trees. Now these are the ones that are left, right? And none of them look fantastic, but they're alive and they're doing well. This guy comes up behind me and says, "I'll sell you those trees for $1." So I turn around and there's this young man from Walmart, and he says, "I'll sell you those trees for $1 if you take them all." And I'm like, I got my Jeep. I really only have room for one, maybe two at the most. He says, "Well, which two do you want? I'll sell them to you for $1 each." So I look through the trees and I pick a plum tree and a pear tree. I go up to the cash, I pay my $2, and I go out and load them up into the Wrangler with the back window open and one tree sticking out each side of the spare tire. And I go home and I'm thinking, what an opportunity if I don't take advantage of it. So I went out to the farm, got my trailer, went back to the Walmart, see if I could find that same guy in the garden center, and he was still there. And I said, "Are you still willing to sell me these trees for $1? He said, "Absolutely." So I looked at the trees. There were 9 trees in total. So remember, at this point we had one tree for $10, 3 trees for $12. Well, now I took the last 9 trees. Turns out 8 of them are fruit trees, mix of pear and plum, and one was a maple that was thrown in there. So that's an additional 9 trees. So now I have 12 trees, right? And they cost me, well, $10 plus $2 and $1. So $13 for $500 worth of fruit trees. Pretty neat deal. And before I had a chance to leave, a lady from the garden center comes up and says, "What flowers can I get you for cheap?" And I said, I don't know. So I looked and she had 2 flats. And these aren't the small potted flowers. These are pretty big potted flowers. And she says, "I'll sell you all these for $1. So I got a flat of white flowers and a flat of orange flowers. And so I went to the cash and I paid my $2, $1 for the trees, all of them, and $1 for all the flowers. And then we were loading it into my trailer. And then I jumped into my Jeep and I was ready to drive off. And they threw into the back, into the trailer, 3 hanging baskets for no cost, I guess. They're trying to get rid of their plants, obviously. So I do have some work to do. I don't even know where I'm going to plant that many trees here on the farm. I do have some room, but I just don't want to throw them out there haphazardly. So while we're waiting for the sun to dry things out, maybe what we'll do is decide where we're going to plant the trees and start planting those trees. And then later on this weekend, work with Kim and Madison and see where they want to plant all those flowers. So let's get walking around the property here, get the tractor out, start dropping off trees where we want to plant them, and we'll go from there. We'll start with that this morning. But before we go grab the tractor, I'll just show you the back of the trailer here and all the trees that are stuck in it. So there we have the back of the Converto trailer. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's a dozen trees in there. And Kim watered them all for me last night, and then after she watered them, of course, it rained for hours. So they're good and saturated and ready to go in the ground. And that's what we're going to do to start off this weekend. Well, I think that's about where we're going to wrap up this episode of Try New Things. We got all the fruit trees planted. I think at the end of the day we ended up with 8 new pears, 3 new peaches, and 1 maple tree. So out in the yard we got all those planted up and all of our mess cleaned up, and then we did a little bit of landscaping. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be tackling the drainage in the back and installing that catch basin and some drain pipe. So thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. Please take the time after this video and hit subscribe so you get notified when my next videos come. And leave some comments below. Until next time, thanks again. Bye-bye.